Welcome to Under One Roof. What we're going to look at now are the three options for getting the most from your property in today's financial market. First, you need to make a decision, your first decision. What is more important to you right now with respect to your sale? Is it the time or is it the money? Is it the time or is it the money? In other words, choice one is time is more important. I need to move now, but I could take less money. So time is more important, choice one. Or is it money? Is it money? I will be open to wait to get the most money possible. I'm in no hurry to sell. So I'll wait, but I want to get the most money. In other words, choice two is money is more important than time. So money is more important than time. So if we look on the scale for the first one, where we look at the time versus money scale, and we're at the point now where time is the priority and time is the issue. For instance, you could be going to Australia, or you need to move fast, or you need to sell a property very quickly because it's been left to you, you've inherited it, and it's left empty. You know, there's some compelling reason that you need to move very, very quickly. So the first option we have is a cash option for somebody that's looking to move very, very quickly. Now, like all things, there's a pro and a con for each thing. So for time, if time is short, then we're looking at a 4 week to completion. A 4 week to completion. Now the downside is, of course, is for the quickness in time, time is money, and therefore we look at giving 70% net of the Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors valuation. So you get in your bank account within 4 weeks 70% of what the RICS valuation is. So again, this is appropriate to you if time is more important than money. On the other end of the spectrum, if you prefer more money, and money is more important to you, then it'll be weighted as follows. On the money spectrum, where that red triangle is, it'll be more weighted towards that end. So money is more important than time. So one of the options we have here is a rent to sell option. So what is a rent to sell option? Well, you get the full market value for allowing a buyer time to save up a deposit. Why would a buyer want time to save up deposit? Well, as you probably know, the amount of a deposit now has gone up significantly since 2007. I mean, around 2007 there were about 44,000 mortgage products, and today there's probably about 14,000, so there's less mortgage products. However, whereas in 2007 you could probably get into a house with no deposit, nothing down, or a 95% deposit, 7 or 8,000 for the average house at the time. Today you'll need between 20 and 40% deposit, so deposits are far bigger. So for you, allowing a little bit more time for that to happen, for allowing a buyer time to save a deposit, then you get the full market value. Also, you get the full market rate paid to you. That's the rent at the full market rate paid to you. So you get the full rent. And you don't have to worry about repairs or renewals because that's sorted out for you. Obviously, it's got to be a time scale to suit you. So we go with your time scale. But the beauty of this option is that at exchange of contracts, you get today's market price. I'll say that again because it's very important. You exchange contracts like you would do normally, and you get today's market price. So in essence, the rent to sell option is that for you allowing extra time for a buyer who's renting the property, for you allowing the extra time, because of that, you're getting more money. That is, you're getting the full market rate for your house. So you'll sell it at the full market rate. So when you exchange contracts, you get the full amount of money. Very, very popular at the moment. Now, if we look at an agency sale, if you're looking at selling your house to an agency, there are a number of important questions that you need to ask yourself. Firstly, can I get the best price, and what is my home really worth? Now, that's a really big, important question. Can I get the best price, and what is my home really worth? Well, the answer to that question is, and this is as per the Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors, the value of your property can be defined as the value someone is prepared to pay for it. Now, as daft as that might seem, it's never more important as in today's market, because we're obviously in a declining market in terms of property value. And it doesn't just go for property, it goes for anything. The actual value of something is what people are prepared to buy. Now, if you take something on eBay, I mean, people will pay ridiculous amounts for pieces of toast that have got a picture of Jesus on them, or for novelty value. So people will buy, or if they're in a competitive bidding environment, they'll tend to pay more if there's a lot of competition. However, in this current market, there's not many people buying, so generally house prices tend to be a lot less than expected. But the real answer is, a house is worth what somebody's prepared to buy it for. Now, importantly, that also goes for a mortgage. How much mortgage can you get for it as well? That's very important. Okay, now, the real answer to the first part is a mortgage lender will actually lend a certain amount of money on a property, and unlike an estate agent, the mortgage brokers put the money where the mouth is. So the real and true value of your property is what a mortgage lender is prepared to lend on it. Now, if your house is valued above that, well, the thing is, a mortgage broker or mortgage company will only lend on what it believes it's worth. So it's important your house is valued at least this figure, if not below. So please be mindful that do not put your house above what a mortgage lender will be prepared to lend on it. Very important, that. So how do I mean this illustration here? So on the top line we've got the spectrum of underpriced, overpriced. If we see here that if we put a price of a house as being overpriced, then if you look at the slider with viewings and sale probability, it's hovering around the nil area. So if we're going to overprice a property, bearing in mind if we put it above what you can get a mortgage for, the probability of you getting any viewings and therefore a sale is bordering on the nil. However, there is a kind of a sweet spot between under and overpriced. Obviously, if you sold your house for £1, you'd have hundreds of thousands of people queued outside your door wanting to buy it. Obviously, that wouldn't pay for your mortgage, and that would be a bit daft. But it gives you an illustration of what will happen if you lower the price. Now, there is a sweet spot where if you put your house on the market for 15% below mortgage value, then your viewings and offers on the scale is going to increase, and the probability of you selling the property is going to increase as well. So what it means is, if you can put your property at 15% below mortgage valuation, then you're going to get more viewings and you're going to get more offers. And what that also means is that you'll have more people competing for your property. And when people compete, like on eBay auctions, the price actually does drive upwards, it does drive forwards. So this is a better position to be in than the previous one. Okay, that ends this section. Under One Roof, the home of rent2own.com.